A welfare check turns into deadly. Now to Moreno Valley, where a welfare check turns into a deadly investigation after a woman was found dead inside of a home.
At KTLA, Shelby Nelson is live in Moreno Valley, where a report of a gunshot heard at the home triggered a neighborhood lockdown. Shelby.
Yeah, sure, Pedro. So many unanswered questions right now that we are trying to determine, but we do know that there is no longer a threat right now. We have seen the bomb squad and SWAT team move out, but as you can still see behind me, this area in this Moreno Valley neighborhood is still cordoned off. We saw a few investigators arrive moments ago with neighbors telling us they know that an elderly couple was living inside that home, but they never suspected anything. Streets shut down with investigators surrounding a home on Billy Drive near May Lane in Moreno Valley.
I just came outside and I seen tons of cop cars going by and heard lots of sirens, and a helicopter was going around.
The Riverside County Sheriff's Department says deputies were doing a welfare check at the home just after 11 a.m. That's after family members told authorities they hadn't heard from elderly family members for weeks. When deputies went inside, they found a woman's body, and moments after, a gunshot fired somewhere from inside the house. Deputies left, setting up a perimeter and evacuating nearby homes before sending in a robot. What goes through your mind, this happening in your neighborhood?
I was scared. My dogs were going crazy. I looked in the back. There are police in the field with guns out. They're standing on top of trucks back there. I didn't know what was going on.
Neighbor Christina Will tells us an elderly couple lived there.
Haven't seen her in years. Years. Literally haven't seen the wife in years. See the husband maybe once every couple of months.
Will says it's unclear what happened, but her son had just walked past the home the other day, saying,
"She just said it smelled like death."
The bomb squad and SWAT team also on site as neighbors watched, wondering. Another neighbor who didn't want to go on camera telling us she believes that at a time the woman inside may have been bedridden, but nothing ever seemed out of the ordinary.
Well, they're our neighbors. They're usually pretty quiet. Nothing really ever goes on in the neighborhood.
So, Shelby, are there any indications that this could become a homicide investigation?
Yeah, sure. Good question. That's exactly what we're trying to determine, whether this could be a homicide. We've reached out to the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, but they haven't given us confirmation on that just yet. But we're also trying to determine the identity of that woman who was found inside the home, but also if investigators have been able to locate the elderly man. So all these questions we are going to be asking of authorities. And once we get that information, we will bring you the latest.
The bodies of 2 children were found in abandoned suitcases. Authorities in New Zealand say a family purchased the contents of a storage locker in an online auction. The suitcases were part of the lot. The family, who law enforcement says has nothing to do with this crime, discovered the bodies when they got home with their purchases.
I can confirm we're dealing with the bodies of 2 young children. From the post-mortem examination, it would appear they were of primary school age.
Making their investigation more challenging, police believe the children have been deceased several years and say the suitcases were likely in storage for a number of years.
Formal identification procedures are still ongoing, which means police are not yet able to comment on the identities of the children. Once this is completed, our priority is to contact the next of kin.
Auckland police have opened a homicide investigation to establish where, when, and how, but most importantly, who could be responsible. This is Inside Edition Digital.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. This is your humble servant, Big Levi. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Please give me a 1 if you can see me and hear me well. Once again, forgive me, beloved. We have folks out there every weekend. Family members and friends come to spend some time together. And you might hear certain noises going in the background. You will have to forgive me because I have no control over that. Thank you, beloved. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Yes, today is a great day. Today is the Shabbatite, to the Shabbatite out there. Thank you. The day of gloom, the day of darkness, the day of rest. It's Shabbatai is a very powerful planet. It's very powerful. You know, Shabbatai is the only planet that can go against Madim because Shabbatai is just really mellow, sit and be cool. Yes, beloved. Yesterday I ran into a hell of a lot of crap. I, I couldn't get in, so by the time I got home, it was already 6 o'clock, and I've been out like 6 a.m. and and I was off yesterday, so I could not make it, and this thing happened. Now, before we go a little bit further, which one of you have seen the community post related to the rainbows? Okay, yes, the people that seen this. Now you understand that only our people. You see how the Messiah said a message, and different brothers and sisters saw the message, and both of them understand it. Of course, the rainbow is a symbol of a covenant the mighty one made with us, that he will not destroy us again with water. He will have peace with us. He will never 100% destroy us, okay, between him and us. It's a very beautiful symbol. Of course, there are certain community that take the rainbow, and then they perverted it. I mean, that's what 83 does. 83, they perverted everything beautiful we had. They perverted. They perverted every single thing. Everything that we used to do that was righteous, and once they come to our land, they exchange our blessing. Okay, they took our blessing, they gave us the curses. So, and now people, you cannot have any rainbow. Whether you see a child walking around has a shirt with a rainbow in it, it doesn't look good. It has a horrible reputation. It doesn't look good. A brother walking around with a rainbow shirt, it doesn't look good. People looking at it, okay. Hey, happy Pride Month, man. Which is a horrible thing. It's a beautiful stuff. Of course, the rainbow is a symbol of peace upon us, a symbol of protection. Once we see the rainbow, we see this is a great protection, because remember, when we prayed, we asked the angels to protect us, to provide for us. They show us the sign. We cannot ignore them. We cannot say, oh, this is a coincidence. A coincidence over Walmart, both of our brethren in different counties, a different state. A sister and her daughter saw it, and then a brother another place saw it. They don't know each other, but they both understand what it is, because we've been praying about that. And then people gonna sit there and say, "Well, it's like when the sun hit the water and created a rainbow and all that." Yeah, whatever you say, man. Those are symbol of protection. Those are symbols of love and sincerity, faith and hope in the midst of our people. And for the others, this is really, really bad. This is really, really bad. This is a horrible sign. This is a sign of destruction unto them. This is a sign that your blessing is done. Now, talking about horrible sign, there's a massive storm, that is a massive flooding that is coming to Texas. Okay. Now you got extreme. It's two things. It's either extreme drought or it's flooding. Extreme flooding. Europe is going to the same thing. They had an extreme drought, then they now flooded, and then they got an extreme drought, heat again, and then they are flooded. Okay, that's what that is, man. That's like somebody. It's very cold out there, -0 degree, and then somebody take you and open the furnace or the oven, and then put you in there, and then grab you and then put you right back in the snow, and then take you again and put you right in the oven and take you. This is tough, man. It's either extreme to either other side. Super cold water, super hot water. Either way, you're going to drink it. It's a lot. Now you're seeing that a lot of bodies are being revealed. A lot of bodies, they are finding dead bodies. There is a suitcase somebody won at an auction. They find two children body in there, and then they keep finding people die in their cars, in their house, and in the streets, and they don't know how those people are dying. And the so-called Christians, they ignore those prophecies. They ignore those things because it's not happening over there and Haitian land, okay, which Haitian is catching a lot of hell. Brethren, there's so much going on as today is our 21st day of fasting. Okay, today is 21 day. We already went halfway through it. To those of you, we had a brother. The brother had some mishap throughout the fast. Brother Michael asked the nation to pray for him, but he's back on his feet now, beloved. Shalom, shalom, beloved. Shalom to all of you. Okay, let us give the mighty one a great hand. Let us give the nation some encouragement because this is at no joke. Okay, yes. We give the all praises, man. Great glory. This is no joke, man. You see the fast is working everywhere. Nobody's saying anything about the entire Japanese government resign because hey, they know it's time for them to go, man. All praises, beloved. Thank you for everyone that get the first half down. It's not an easy task. It's very, very difficult. In the meantime, I'm asking the AK warriors out there to keep the beloved sister Yolanda in your prayer, her family, her daughter, and her sons, in your prayer, and keep the beloved sister Letitia. She has her son. Keep him in your prayer. Brother Michael, keep the brother in your prayer. We'll pray for them. They are going through certain things, and they ask the nation to keep them in prayer. Of course, the AK, whenever you're watching this program, so to speak, you should have a pen and paper right next to you. When we say those names, you will write them down and watch it again and make sure you pray for those people because you have the power to do this. The Most High hear you above all. Above other nation, the mighty one hears. He hear everyone. It just doesn't have respect unto all the prayers. Okay. Now, we are here in the midst, beloved. We have to talk about certain things that are going on worldwide, certain stuff that are going on in this country, and others that people tend to ignore because big YouTube channel don't say it's prophecy. Okay, um, we are looking at the people that are dying around the world, the things that are popping up. Excuse me, let me turn on this thing right here. They recently in Spain discover some Stonehenge. Okay, some Stonehenge that was recently discovered over there in and Spain. And of course, we know for a fact that our ancestors they built those things all over the world. Okay, for those of you who may not know, we have a lot of Stonehenges in Haiti too. It's just in a secret place. People really don't know that, and they are crystal. Okay, they are crystal. Okay, giant crystal menhir. Okay, their proper names are called menhir. The one that stand they call menhir. The one that lie down they call dolmen. So that's the proper name. So they have found a couple menhirs and in Spain because the river dried out. And you know for a fact that the, all those rivers and the rivers that they found it, they had a dam built there. Okay, so what those people doing? What those people? Give me a second. There you go. What those people are doing, brothers, what they do every time we have a black town or some kind of like things that our people built, which is so obvious, they went in there, they built the dam, they caught up because our people when we the I believe the Asherites they were the one that responsible for the land. I'm not quite sure. It could be the Asherites, but most likely they were the finances, the bankers, whatever tribe that were responsible for the land and do the land survey and stuff. They always build our town near rivers and near giant lakes, near body of waters. Okay, and then what happened is when those people, so I get jacked our land, they build their dam on top of all. They build their rivers, their lake and dams right on top of our cities and top of our town, and they flood them, and they are hoping that once they do these things, we will never find out where those things were and what caused those things. And now the rivers are drying up, and those things are popping back up. Okay, those things are popping back up. So now people have questioned, okay, who built those things? And the other day I was reading, there's a video I have right there. Let me go ahead and show it to you. It doesn't have any oops. It doesn't have any voice. It has was it from South China? Let me see. It has titles. Hmm. They had discovered in the Chinese river statue, another, just like you see the statue that pop up with the warning. They saw a bunch of statue that pop up with warning. And in China the river is drying up, so they saw it, and then it has messages in it. When you're looking at the oh, okay, there you go, there you go, there you go. Okay, August 17th. So let me play this. Let me play this so the nation can see. Now we are in the age of revelation. Things are being revealed. Oops. Okay, those are the statue they recover. I cannot read it because it's backward on my stuff. It's in the Yangtze River. You can see the faces. They chip the nose and the lips because they are black folks, 7 meter. Okay. All right. You can see the nose. You see the giant plump lips. All right. All right. So let me play it one more time. Oh boy. Okay, they are finding those giant things with black folks in them. Okay, which this look like a vehicle. It looked like it looked like a train. It looked like a modern vehicle. Okay, that which is piloted by this. The whole thing pop up. Okay, look at the nose. Look at the nose and the lips. All right, look at the nose right here. Look at the nose and the lips. They already chipped it off. All right. Yeah, if I put it too close, it's blurry. You see the nose? How they chip the nose? They chip it. And this is one thing I despise right now. I'm using this high-tech computer, and I can't. The OBS is not working on it because there's some. For those of you that have Mac and Apple, something happened. I believe they crashed my computer. Automatically it updates, and then I have to put all my banking information again because I believe something happened with Mac. Somehow somebody break into Mac. They break into it's ridiculous. That's what I despise those people at Apple. They made something, they act like this thing is unbreakable. There's nothing you can do again. We're so secure and stuff. And then now somebody breaking into your thing that easily. And then it just continues software update, man. It's just update after update. And this thing updated, and I was trying to get live, and I have to. It's just like I just reboot the computer. When I check the news, they like, okay, well, something happened to Apple. They want the people to quick update your stuff. What the hell is this? Just make that thing just normal, like compatible with everything. Everything is non-compatible. The only thing I can do in this stuff is video editing. If you turn off, that's the thing. If you turn off the update, they told you if you don't update it, somebody already break into their system. I don't know what happened, man. So this morning I was like, what the hell happened? Where are my stuff? The computer don't want to let me log in until I update it. Okay, so it's crazy, man. So if I had my regular computer here, I could have go with OBS and then show you to the thing it will have done. I don't know why Mac just don't want to work with everybody else, but with itself. It's crazy. So I haven't made any ESOS trouble video. I'm still go ahead and trying to do this. But nonetheless, brothers, what you're seeing that those things are popping off. Those things that were under, okay, they are popping off. All right. They are popping off. And then they are seeing the faces of black folks. And what they are doing and what they did all the time, they have to chip the nose. So you won't see the flat nose or the regular black nose. Okay, you won't see the full lips, the plump lips. Okay. So you have to see they have to see the plump lips. So they have to grind the lips, grind the nose, and then reduce the ear, because our people will have a very specific ear. The queen and the Ding Queen dynasty, those anything pre 1800 were all blacks. Anything like 1700 and so, that's why Mao Zedong he made it a law for the so-called Chinese not to study Chinese history. If you're celebrating anything in ancient China, you will go through jail. They can kill you. He had everything that in the land destroyed, all the statue, they remove all their heads. Because the statues that you're watching, you see those statues that you're watching right now, that's not how they were. They weren't just statues that just gray. They were beautiful colors. The clothes had the colors in them, the faces had the brown, everything. It was so bright. All our statues, they weren't just blend like white or gray. They were like beautiful statues. That's when they discover them in the cave, they are untouched. You see, they are so beautiful. But when they're outside or underwater, erosion and all that, they become all sort of unrecognizable. Okay. Thank you, beloved sister Aliyah7 for the super sticker. Now those people are watching, beloved, and they are seeing that a bunch of those things are popping up right now, and they have no explanation for that. They have no explanation for that. Yeah, you can see the dreadlocks, okay, the air world of this statue, and you can see the nose and stuff. This is clearly a black man. Okay, what is a black man doing in China? Ming Dynasty, 1500s. That was a 600-year-old statue. When you keep telling our people who are only found in Africa, they're not all over Africa though, and like in where the beast and animal living in huts, and then consorting and conjugated with animals. That's what you people said, and then now you have no answer for things like that. Okay, that's what those people are doing now. Things are popping up. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to do. And then now, when those things pop up, people question, say, why is it? That's clearly a black man there. Why is this over there? Oh, that's the Ming Dynasty and stuff. Yeah. You always hear about Ming Dynasty, but you never heard any lessons about them. Who were the Ming Dynasty? What you never, Chinese history is so hard to find. You won't find it like that, because of course anything that they are hiding from you, They don't want you to know about those were your people. Those were you going over there and doing all sort of things. Okay. So now, beloved, we are in our 21st days of our 40th days of fast. Okay. We will read Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 14. If you have a Bible, you may want to get that ready. If not, just give it a little time. We will, after the prayer, we will read Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14 every day until the fast is done. Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 14, it's dealing with the so called blessing. Yeah, the blessing stop at 14. Since we are calling taking the land, taking the power back, we are taking our blessing back and give those people their curse back, because they are the one that brought the curse upon our land, and they switch, they transfer the curses unto us. We just transfer it back unto them and take back our blessing. Okay, beloved, let us keep on going. Let us keep praying and give the mighty one great praise, great glory. Let us begin. All right. Let us boy, give me a second. What is this? Mm. All right then, good. All right, beloved. Again, we will pray for some brothers, some sisters. Thank you, beloved Yeshua Music for the super staker. We keep on moving, brethren. We keep on moving. We have to reject everything that we learn from those people and learn anew. Okay, we reject all those things. Okay, all right. Thank you, beloved sister Connie T. The sister is always in the midst. Although she read lips, yeah, I don't want to turn this thing off because she will not be able to hear us. Beloved, let us begin. Today is Saturday, of course. Shabbatite. It's the Shabbatite out there. We love all of you. Great day, man. We are in probably in our 23rd or 24th days of our $5 challenge. I fell off that thing a long time ago. I just put whatever I have in there, but we will talk about this if the beloved brother Gatriel is in the midst. He can put the week that we are on so we can move in on, brothers. All praises and glory goes to the mighty one, you that created the heaven, the earth, and everything in them. Oh, you powerful God, you horrible and terrible King with your terrifying power. We tremble before you, we bow down before you, we come before you in great meekness and great humbleness. We are yearning and thirst after your wisdom. We want your blessing of knowledge. As today we are in our 21st days of fasting, we are asking you, Father, to bless us with the great blessing of knowledge, the great blessing of wisdom. Give unto us the gift of wisdom, just like you give unto Sol, Ammon, aka our brother Solomon, the Shemeshite Leonite. We give you great praise, great glory for all that you've been doing for us. We give you praise and glory for the things that you've did in the past, the present, and the one that you will surely be doing in the future. Just like we had confessed the sins that we've done in the past, the present here, and the one that we'll commit in the future. And we ask for forgiveness for the sins that our ancestors committed in the past, the one that we committed right here in the present, and the one that we will surely be committed in the future. Holy and powerful one, you see, we are struggling and looking for your face, and we are doing our best despite the other nation hiding our information. Now we are in the age of Aquarius, the age of information, the age of revelation. We are seeing the rivers are drying up and things are popping up. We say thank you. We are seeing every single things that we've been saying, they are being confirmed. When we say all the land around the world belong to us and we were ruling the entire world, it is the truth. Yea, indeed, in Spain, the river drought and dry up, and we see the menhir, the Stonehenge, and we know our brethren, we are the only people that can build those things. We understood and understand the ley line. We comprehend the energies that are going around the earth. So that's why we were able to go around and build those things. And we say thank you for always giving us those knowledge and technologies. Yea, of course. Now we are in this age and we are moving faster, beloved brothers and sisters. We are in August, man. This is August the 19th, I believe. The 20th. We are August the 20th, man. 10 more days, 10 more days, then that's it. 11 more days, I believe that's it for August. And we will enter the ninth day. We'll have somewhere around 90 days to go for this year of the Gentiles to be gone. Things are moving very fast. The days go very, very, very fast, beloved. At this point right now, brethren, if you don't know what time it is, you would never know what time it is. We give the mighty one great praise, great glory for having mercy upon us, for not giving us unto great shame and great reproach, for not giving us unto great disgrace. Heavenly Father, we are asking you to lend us your angels, both angel of the light and angel of darkness, to perform certain things that we wanted to perform. We have our beloved brother, the son of your handmaid sister, Letitia McNair, and she asked prayer for the son. May you send the angel in the midst of him and provide for him and heal him and render him back to his former health and bring unto him protection. The beloved brother Michael asked for prayers and all praises to the Most High, beloved brother Ronnie. The son of the handmaid sister Belinda, he was quite sick, and the nation prayed for him. He's back on his feet right now, and he has received great blessing from his job, that from this new job that he applied, and he gave all the credit, all the praise to the mighty one, and he tell the nation, thank you for praying for him. Tell the angels, thank you for watching out for him. He said, all praises and all glory. Thank you for all of you. Your prayers have power. You matter. Thank you for all of you that fasted and pray on the behalf of the beloved brothers. Thank you so much. To all our others out there, the beloved sister Janika, I believe that are going to some things related to her place of abode, the place of dwelling. We pray that everything work on her favor. To all of you out there that are dealing with the so-called Gentiles in your workplace, in your house, and your social place, we ask that the nation be praying and praying hard against those people. Beloved brothers and sisters, you don't have to be here all the time on this channel to receive whatever blessing or receive information. Other brothers have it too. Okay, it's just you need to ask the Holy Spirit to guide you, whether here or others, so you will see exactly what's going on, and she will allow you to see the truth that is out there. Holy and powerful God, you that created the heaven and the earth, thank you for returning unto us our records, though they delayed, but it will be sure, it is certain that we will have all of them, and we do not have all our records, not yet. If anyone tell you we have all our records in 66 books, 80 books, or a few other books, no, our records is not all in books. That's all the Gentiles taught us. Our record is all in books. It is not. Some of our records are in books, but most of our records are in nature. It's in the land, it's in the air, it's in nature, it's in the skies. That is the place they told you not to look, your records are there. The moment they told you do not look up, but well, there's something up. Don't look at the moon. There's something on the moon. Don't look at the stars. The stars, some of them are planets, some of them are body of suns. Planets orbited them. We have records there too. Don't look at the Vatican. This is where the devil lives, the Pope, Satan, and all that. Don't look at this. We have records there. Don't look at the trees, the plants and stuff. They can communicate with you. Your records is there. When you see a storm, quickly say it's up, it's CERN, it's the Gentiles controlling the weather. Your records is in the clouds. They are in the weather. Some of you, it's in our blood. Oh, don't look at the blood. Blood is only for sacrifice. Don't study it. Don't look at it. When you look at your blood, you will see that your blood is not as the blood. You will see that all the stuff that they are doing, all the operation, all the experimental stuff they are doing, it's not the one that they do on you, it's not the one they can do on themselves. They try them on monkeys and rats and stuff, but you are a purely human being. You have a very specific blood that flow on to you. Just like the so-called Germans say blonde eyes and they don't want to mix their blood with those are stuff. All those things they took All the German, Nazi things, those are all things. They just perverted it. Fear not, beloved. You might now start buying Nazi books and start reading them. Read Adolf Hitler, Mein Kampf, which means my struggle. Since when's the white man struggle? Since when the Gentiles struggle? You have no struggle. You always stolen swagger jack our stuff, and then all of a sudden now it is yours. All those things, those guys, the swastika is our sign. It's the four corner of the earth where it cornered. It's a square that show you water, earth, fire, which is coursing, which has the course in it, the relation between the mighty one and us. Those people are stealing everything. And then they are claiming now they are the victim. No, you're not. By the power of the Holy One, everything will be revealed unto us. Stop stealing our stuff. We are now awake. We know what you're doing. Holy and powerful God, you that have all the power, we're asking you to give unto your children the might to fight, to expel those people from off our land so we can finally live in peace. We say thank you. We give great praise, great glory to the mighty one, and may his will be done in this earth as it is in heaven. Selah, so be it. To all the angels and the Holy Spirit, to the Holy Spirit, we say thank you, beloved Mother. Thank you for being in the midst of us. Yea, we do our stuff differently and we are chastised because of it, because we do not follow Gentiles' garbage. Jehovah Witnesses and their garbage about they don't celebrate this, they don't celebrate that. Those are all garbage. We don't do this. Whatever Gentiles celebrate, we don't celebrate. Whatever they don't celebrate, we celebrate. You don't come to us and tell us what to do and what not to do. We told you. You never follow the 10 Commandments. You never follow anything in the Bible. How on earth are you going to tell us how to get to heaven? We will tell you. You're going to hell, and we're not going there with you. We know where we are going. To the Holy Spirit, thank you for always guiding us as a mighty compass, as a spiritual GPS to the mighty one. May you dwell in us. May you keep dwelling in there and bring more knowledge and greater knowledge. Of course, beloved, everybody can read a book. Everybody that are able to read can read a book. Not everybody's able to understand what's in this book. Our knowledge is not embedded in books only. It's embedded strongly in places the Gentiles cannot reach. If they cannot reach the heavens, space, the moons, the stars, or the planets, your knowledge is there. Only you can reach it. If they are hiding the books, they could have easily destroyed the books. They could have easily destroyed everything that is upon this earth. They realize if they have to destroy all your knowledge, all your records, they will destroy the earth. They will destroy the blessing. Because the entire earth is yours. The entire earth is your knowledge, is your record. There's a reason why there are certain countries you're forbidden to go, certain places you're forbidden to go. Not because you're black, because your knowledge is there. Because connection is there. If you go there, you make connection. You will remember things. You will see visions. There is a reason why they made you afraid of magic, which is nothing but energy. Because those people are energy vampires. They are sucking up on your magic. They are sucking up on your power. There's a reason why they keep blasting you in the news. Every single thing that have to do with some skin color folk, they bring it in front of you, make you and drain your magic and drain your energy because your records is in there. Beloved, I will tell you this. Focus. Don't look in books only. Look in places, physical places. Look at the physical stars. Look at the sky. Look at the moon, its function. Look at the planets. Yea, of course, a lot of brethren out there say there's no such thing as planet. Nothing exists. Everything is fake up there. Don't repeat what the Gentiles said. Don't ever say the Most High created us and us only, and there's nobody else out there. And if there's somebody, there are demons and stuff. We have terrestrial knowledge. There is celestial knowledge. The mighty one don't create dead things. He doesn't create a bunch of planet, billions, trillions, infinite of them. All of them are dead. All of them are unlivable. Even the desert is livable. Do you know that there's creatures and living in the lava? There's a creature called water bear. It pretty much can live in anything. The universe is full with life because we are full with life. Our body is alive. Your bloodstream, your body is a copy of the universe. And all your blood, your white cells, your red cells, all of them are alive. Therefore, the entire universe is alive and full with life, abundance of life. Things you never seen, you didn't know exist. Remember, the Gentiles copy pretty much everything. If they are making something in the science fiction movie, that means they are seeing it somewhere. They just perverted it and then they make it look like, oh, we just imagined this thing. No, you don't. Whoever's out there that are drawing imaginary thing, you don't imagine anything. That is because you see it somewhere. You simply don't remember. You think you imagine it? No. It is come to my attention that I was drawing a bunch of futuristic thing and I thought like I was imagining. I thought I was good. When I'm reading certain books, I'm start seeing the same symbols. When I read the celestial images, I'm like, how on earth I knew how to write those things? I thought they were gibberish. That is because I've seen them somewhere. I cannot remember where, but somehow in the past I had this knowledge. They are coming back unto you. Do not reject them. Do not reject the knowledge. Do not throw anything away. Don't throw nothing away and then go back to the things that you learned before. In fact, throw everything that you learned before and embrace new stuff that you're learning now. Keep everything, brothers. Don't throw things away. Things are scary, you keep them. You don't scare me. The Most High scared me. You don't. I gotta know what you are and what you can do. So you're a demon, then you serve me now. You do as I said. You don't terrorize my house. I terrorize you. To the Holy Spirit, to the angels, thank you for protecting us. Thank you for sending us the message through the rainbows to different brothers, different sisters. We know we are in sync. We tell the nation, thank you. Great thank you for listening, for praying, for talking to us and lending us your strength. To the Shabbatites, today is your day. Do your thing. We give the Mighty One great praise, great glory. May His will be done in this earth as it is in heaven. By the power of the Mighty One vested in me, to all of you, I bring peace. Stay in peace, be at peace. To all the angels and all the spirits, we give you license to depart. You may go and do things and come back, give us the report. Beloved brothers and sisters, thank you for being here. The prayer is done. We will now read Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14. Beloved, we will read Deuteronomy 28, 1 to 14. So we can read the blessing, as today is our 21st day of fasting. I don't know why I would say shopping, but anyway. This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 14. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Mighty One your God, to observe and do all these commandments, and I commend thee in these days, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. So the reason why we are slowly but surely becoming above all nations, that is why everybody is repeating after our people, not me alone. Things that specific brethren are bringing and they are copying like hell is because the Mighty One is setting up above them. Okay, other things will come, brothers. They will come. Okay, the finances all will come, but we need to acquire the gift of wisdom first. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy Mighty One. Blessed shall thou be in the cities, and blessed shall thou be in the field. Yea, the cities we will be blessed, and in our fields, our farms, our land will be blessed. Okay, blessed shall thou be the fruit of thy body, our children. Okay, the fruit of our bodies. Okay, our health, they will be blessed, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thine kind, and the flocks of thy sheep, Everything we will put our hands will literally turn into gold. Whatever that we will do, it will work. Nothing will stop us. That's what happened to the Gentiles. They thought they were doing those things because they were so smart. No, they had our blessing, a taste of it, and they gave us their curses. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy stores. That's why I don't worry about stocking food in my home and stuff like that. If I have to die of hunger and starvation, so be it, Negro. And I know for a fact, because of all those things that I'm packing over my body, I will survive much longer than anybody else. I'll go days without food, man. Days. I'm not going to say how much, but days. Okay. The Lord shall cause, excuse me, blessed shall thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shall thou be when thou goest out. Bless Lord. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee 7 ways. Okay, the people that came against our loin, because they remember the Gentiles always ask like they was act like they are human just like us, but they are not. They're always behaving like they are peaceful people. They are not. They are animals. They are demons. Once they see this right now, they are not angry. Once they start seeing you, your business is working, your family is not getting sick, they are getting sick and their business are shutting down. When they see that you are having the brand new car, you're having brand new stuff, you are healthy and stuff, and they see that our community is growing, our people are growing, we're following the mighty one, they will try to come and do the same thing that they did in Black Wall Street, because that's what happened. When our people get together, we start building things and stuff, and then they come against us. But this time they will come at once, and then they will fled all over the place. They will flee, because they won't be able to stand in your power, because the power is with you. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thee and thy storehouses, and all that settest thine hand unto, and he shall bless thee in the land which the Lord thy giveth thee. Whatever you put your hand upon, the Most High will bless it. The Most High God Almighty give blessing and take it away. So I don't worry a bunch of things that I don't have. This brand new car, there's a car that I love out there, and it's just I love 2 of those cars: the Gladiator, aka the Apocalypse, South Florida, if you catch my drift, and Mustang Mach E. The new electric one, but I can afford them. I don't worry about this. There are certain things I would love. I would love to have a black yacht, super futuristic black yacht, but I can't. But no, the mighty one give and take. I would love to have a home on my own, but I can't, because the Gentiles make everything so freaking hard and expensive. They made it hard for you because they don't really need to buy a home, brothers. Don't listen to any Gentiles saying, "Oh my God, the home is so expensive, I can't buy it." No, they really don't want to. They made it like that so you won't find it. They will rather see themselves going homeless and die in the street with you, so they won't see you having a home. If Gentiles want to buy a home, they just go to the government and they just put their hands out and they get a home. That's all. That's what they've always been doing. It is because now they make it so hard so you can suffer too. The Lord shall command the blessing upon thy storehouse, and in all thy settest thy hand unto, it shall be blessed thee in the land which thou the God givest unto thee. The Lord shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he has sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandment in the Lord thy God and walk in his way. That means to obey him. Do not make the commandment into a chain around your neck, your mind, your hands, your feet. Obey the Most High. Obey. Do as he said. Fear not men, fear not the law above him. The law are guidelines. The laws are written in your heart. That means you know what's right, you know what's wrong. It is you being co-opted by the Gentiles that tell you a bunch of nonsense is right. 2 positives supposed to be with positive, as long as I know this is not wrong. I know in my heart, but to them it is right. 2 negative have to be together and stuff. This is wrong. If you need something, you go over there and those people, places, you invade them, you kill them, you take their oil. But this is wrong. You covered all those people's stuff. The Gentiles, they like to covet things all the way. The moment they get to a place, they see something that they want, they just take it. This is wrong. The commitment is within us. We were born with the commitment. It is in us. It's just they mess up the timeline so much that there are things that we're so confused about. But in time, we will have those things coming back unto us, because the mighty one say he will establish us a holy people unto him. Okay. And all people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of the Lord, and they shall be afraid of thee. Everybody, just like you see everyone disrespect you, everybody will be deathly afraid of you. Because once they see you, they see the Most High God Almighty. That's what's coming, brothers. One of the main reasons why those people never really directly attacked us, they always indirectly send a skin folk or send their demon to possess other brethren and sisters and have them attack us, because they are afraid of us. They are truly are. They're playing Jacob's trouble, but they can never bring it in because they are afraid. They are playing this thing until and stuff, because one thing you really don't want is to make the so-called Judah angry. You really don't want Judah to be angry, because Judah has a temper problem. The other tribe, okay, but because the moment you make Judah angry, Simeon and Levi follow through, they will destroy the whole earth. They really don't want to make you angry. What they want to do, brothers, they want to harass you, shoot a black man, make you angry, and send a bunch of people calm you down. So when you're in anger, you will automatically kicks in, calm down. They really don't want that fight. They really don't want this heat. They don't want this smoke at all. They don't want this fire. They don't. Because they are afraid of you. And they will be a hell of a lot more. And the Lord shall make thee plenteous in goods, and in the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, and in the land that which thou swear unto thy fathers to give unto thee, the whole earth. A lot of people are worrying about how they were. Some people like, okay, excuse me, big if I'm handicapped and stuff. Okay. Well, I don't look chiseled and stuff like that. Okay. Keep the commitment, keep working. You'll see. When the last celestial body is aligned and this thing kicks in, everything will change. Your body and everything. The Most High don't want you. The Most High will not give you a blessing unto you when you're immobile, man. You can't walk, you can't see, you can't talk, you can't hear. Those things have to be repaired for you to enjoy this blessing. And damn it, you're going to enjoy it. I don't know about you, but I will. You will enjoy this blessing. You will be able to do things with zero consequences. You see, the Gentiles did a bunch of stuff. They could have done it with zero consequences, but they don't care. Our stuff will be clean slate. This system that you're seeing here, it won't exist. Thing will be, you'll be able to do things that you're like, wow, I thought that was, I thought that was impossible, but you will. The Lord shall open thee, that shall open unto thee good treasures, the heaven to give the rain upon the land and his season, and to bless all the work of thine hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not bow. All nations upon the earth will come unto us and bow from us. We will lend them. That doesn't literally mean money. They will come and bow technology. They will gain access unto us. They will come and get our technology. We'll give them certain access. They effed up, we cut off their access. If they need food, they will come and bow. If they need education, they will come and bow. Just like it was in the days old, in the time of Atlantis. Okay, if they need to go off-world with us, they will have to use our services, and then they will go visit with us other places. All those things are possible, man. Gentiles always say it's impossible to go to space. It's impossible for you to go to space, into space. It's impossible for you to breathe water. It's impossible for you to go into the marine kingdom, to go to other planets and meet other beings, because they know you're pervert. If you go over there, you'll pervert them. But when you will come under our authority, those things will be possible. Okay. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. You already see these things. We've been crowded. Those things will come. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If thou shalt hearken unto thy commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day to observe and do and follow them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day. Do the right and go to not to the right, not to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. This is your main issue. Going after other gods and worship them. From day one, we told our people here, the main commitment above all commitment that break all commitments, the moment you say, I am not messing with the Most High, you go to other gods. How do you do this? You just, somebody says something, you go right back to the church, you go raise white Jesus. You return to your vomit. You go learn all the scum the Gentiles brought of unto you. That's the main reason the Most High is pissed off. Is you, the moment you start worshiping the Most High, all other things will follow. When you go off is when you don't worship him anymore. You don't practice. You don't talk to him. You don't ask him how is he doing, how his stuff is doing. The Most High wants you to question him. How did he make this? How did he make that? Can he explain this to you? He will tell you. The moment you stop doing this and then you go messing with Gentiles, you be in the midst of them, following their stuff, and then living in fear and embrace ignorance, you rejected him. You rejected him. So now the Gentiles, they make all sort of garbage, okay? And then they're like, oh, this will happen. We will be saved. The rapture will happen. We don't have to pay for all those horrible things and stuff. And then you say the same thing, you follow them. Worship other guys, brothers. It meant like you not giving the mighty one the credits where it belongs. You not subduing the earth, be fruitful, multiply. Do you know the Gentiles are not fruitful and then they can't multiply? And they cannot subdue the earth, and you are living just like them by saying, if I do this, it is witchcraft. That's why they told you not to do those things, because they can't. A sister sent me a post. It is always the mother lover with no abracadabra that tell you how to use your magic. It is always the brother, the fellow, the one mofo that can't use magic and tell you don't use it. It is the fellow that has no abracadabra that see you doing all beautiful things and come over there and tell you don't do this thing. It's not good, gang. You're not going to heaven. It is always the unlearned, the super stupid mother lover. When you're in school, you excel. They call you a nerd. Because being dumb is cool. Being stupid is popular. Being a whore, going out there doing all those twerking, I'm a bad B. That's the best thing. Why don't you be a bad B just like me? Oh, hell no, Negro. I ain't gonna spend my time in the penitentiary just like you, man. You see what happened to that fellow over there? What's his name again? No, not what? There's a fellow Ghanaian guy over there. He's over there in New York, a Ghanaian taxi driver. Okay, he gave service to a couple 2/3. They didn't want to pay. Dispute broke out in the midst of them. He was chasing them. They killed this guy. They killed the taxi driver, and then now they arrest those guys. He's facing minimum 25 years in prison, man. You're going to spend 25 years in prison for what? For like how much that fare was, man? $40, man. Is that what that is? $20, $50. You see, to a Negro, yo, this is gangster, man. I'm gonna spend 25 years, man, getting my credit in jail, man. I'm gonna be in prison and stuff. And then those guys are looking at you and saying that, well, you should be just like him. He has street credit, man. Yo, you kill a working man for $20. You murder this guy. and you're going straight to, yeah, man, I'm gangster and stuff like that. And then all the girls are, oh my God, he's so gangster, he's so bad. My boyfriend can murder you because for $20. And people want you to be just like him. I'm not like you, dude. For nothing, brothers, nothing. I was watching another thing they call a street takeover. Those guys break into a 7-Eleven. They robbed the whole thing, and now a lot of them are getting arrested, man. You will spend years for a bag of chips, son. A bag of chips, a soda, man, a pack of cigarettes. Mostly were cigarettes being stolen and that stuff. Certain things will happen with you in prison. A lot of guys think they're tough until they went in there for 25 years, man. Your first day in prison, you chill. The second day, you're doing okay. The third day, you start to realize that you're there for 25 years, man. On what, man? Because you didn't have the money. You called someone, you made that person work, you didn't pay, and that's breaking the law, the commandment of the mighty one, because the mighty one say, it is with the sweat of your brow, a man shall earn his bread. And you killed this man, dude. This man is literally dead. He had a family of 5. You kill him, you murder him for like $20, man. And then now you a bunch of other 2/3 outside with shirt. Free my nigga G, man. He ain't do nothing, man. This cab driver deserve it. He come after, yo, you murdered this dude, man. You murdered that guy for like $20. Yeah, now you're gonna be in this prison for 25 years, man. And if you're the weak one, man, they're gonna glue a cowboy hat onto your head, man. You're going to have a cowboy hat glued onto your head for 25 years, man. A bunch of those guys are very weak. Over there in Orlando, a 15-year-old boy shot and killed another kid for over a dispute, a gang dispute. A gang dispute. He killed the other kid, man. Now you're 15. And you take this system where what they do, brothers, you know what they were trying me to do when I was underage? They were trying to convince to me that one of the guy when I used to go to Canarsie High School, he was trying to get in crime, back in New York and all that, young teenager. And then he proposed something. I said, nah, man, I ain't gonna do that. I'll never forget this. I said, I ain't gonna do that, man. If I get arrested, they're gonna effed up my life. I ain't gonna be able to go back to do college and stuff. He said, nah, man, I've done this all the time. You're not old enough. They're just gonna send you to juvie. They're just going to send you to juvie. Like juvie? I didn't know what juvie was. So yeah, you're a juvenile. They're just gonna call your parents. They're gonna pick you up. It doesn't happen like that, man. You see, they are trying 15-year-old black boys as an adult. There's a 17-year-old and somewhere in Chicago that killed a person during the Christmas, before Christmas or a Valentine's Day and stuff. They give him somewhere around like 100 or 200 years in prison. Somebody can look that up, man. I believe somewhere on like 4 or 5 life sentence, man. There's a documentary that I was watching, and a dude, I believe he was in New York, and one of his friends come up. There was a fair that was going on somewhere, and then they didn't have the money to go to the fair. $2, $3, $4, man. A maximum was $5. It happened in the 90s. Early 90s or late 80s. He was a young kid. And then the others come and pick him up. They say, man, let's go to the fair. He say, man, I don't have any money. And one of them said, I will show you how to get the money. And then they go rob someone. And then he said, no, man, I don't want to do this. And then they pressure him. And then they ended up murder this person. Okay, thank you, beloved sister Deborah Dunmore. They murdered this person, and that guy got arrested when he was like 15 or 14. They give him like 2 or 3 life consecutive life in prison or whatever they said it. And then they want to interview the guy. He said, there's things that I will never do. I never had the chance to get into an airplane. I never had a chance to get a girlfriend. I will never be married. I never had a job. I will never get one. I never had the time. I never will be able to drive. I never had a car. Never had a family. I mean, I will never do. I never know the sweetness of a woman. I never did it and I will never do. He said, I destroy my life. He said, if I could take it all back, I would have taken it back. He said, I don't blame my friend for doing this. I was stupid. The same thing happened to another lady. She was 15 or 14. She met that gang crowd. They go rob a little 71-year-old woman. They break into an apartment. They kill the woman for like a few bucks. She was a retiree. She didn't have any money. They kill her for make up a few bucks. And then they put her in jail for life. And she said, I never went out on a date. I don't know what it is to be with a man. I will never marry. I will never have children. I will die here. You see, when things like that, when you do things, when you're in the heat of an argument, or you're angry, you strike this person, you kill this person. Now, when they sent you there, you're going to sit down, man. You're going to think, dog. You're going to think. You're going to think. You're going to sit down there, man. You're going to think. You're going to say, yo, Hish happened, man. Why did I did this to this man? Why did I did this to this woman? I could have walked away. If I did walk away, I wouldn't be there. I thank you, beloved Alex Robertson, for the super sticker. I could have walked away, man. Now you with this. Listen, it's two things, brothers. You get caught with 20 kilo of cocaine, and when you kill somebody in your anger, man. Yeah, this is some coke, man. That's, believe it or not, that's no crime. I had some coke. I was trying to sell it and make some money. What's up with you? I get caught. There's a brother spent 9 years in prison. He got caught with certain coke. And then when he got out and he was talking to us, and he got a job. He got a truck driving job. This thing happened in early 2000. He got out, and then no, he happened in late 2000. He got out somewhere around 2017 and stuff. He got a job. He got a trucking job, and one day I was walking in the yard with the brothers, and then he was talking to a young kid. He said, dude, I spent 9 years in prison, man. He said, I lost a lot doing those 9. I spent for something that is so stupid. He spent 9 years for something that was stupid. Guess what? He knew the person that did the crime. He was being tough. He didn't do the crime, brothers. He didn't do it. He knew the guy that did it, a friend of his. And then when they come to testify, the others testify he didn't. He was keeping it real. He spent 9 years for keeping it real. He said, I almost destroyed my life, man. For something that not only he didn't do, he didn't have any access with it. He was just accused of doing it, and they threatened him, if you don't tell the guy that did it, he's going to suffer the consequences. And he didn't tell because he was being gangster. He was being, I don't snitch. He spent 9 years. And then when he got out, man, he said, I'm broken. You know, he was explaining that where he go to the bathroom, for him to get out of his bed to go to the bathroom is a monumental task. He said when he get to the bathroom, man, he have to hide behind the door and slowly open the door and spray the bathroom and look, even food. He said he can't. He said it's impossible for me to interact with the woman. Another fellow, he spent 25 years for a crime he did not commit. He was with the guy. The guy committed the crime. And the guy telling me, hey, man, if you snitch, if you tell you're a snitch, man, you're a snitch, nigga. We don't have any snitch here, man. Say, I ain't no snitch. I'm hard, man. And then the guy, they didn't get him. He fled. They got him. He didn't snitch. The guy went in prison for 25 years. The guy that he didn't snitch, he died 3 days later of an overdose. Thank you, beloved Sister Rose of Sharon, and I will assume Brother Ma. He spent 25 years. It was under one of those Vlad TV videos. The guy spent 25 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. He was typing one of the dude Death Row. I forgot his name. I think Black James or something like that. He said Death Row was a waste of life. He wasted his life. His brother got killed because argument, nonsense, brothers. Okay. Yeah, that guy, he said, I spent 25 years in my life for a crime I didn't commit because I was trying to keep it real. A guy that he met, he doesn't even know the dude. They were driving a car. The guy did the crime. Okay. Some people are like that, man. Let's go ahead and then chill, man. You get in the car with him, he commit a drive-by and tell you, don't tell. And then that was in your car. You are the driver. And then when the police come to you, you don't know this good. You're trying to be cool. You say, I ain't no Negro, man. I ain't going to tell, hey, man, I'm gangster. So they give you 40 years in prison. And then when you get out, man, and you come to find out that guy, you didn't want to say he committed crime because he died 3 days later. When you were going to jail, he died 3 days in an overdose. And then you spent 40 years in prison because you didn't do a crime. You have this mentality of not snitching. I'm not a snitch, Negro, and stuff. This is the stuff they taught our people. Some dude that he's your roommate, he murders someone, and then tell you not to snitch when the police come on to you. And then they like, okay, we have video, you and him and stuff. Who did it? I ain't gonna say, hey, Negro. I ain't gonna say, hey, man, what's up? What you gonna do to me? They give you 50 years in prison. I don't even, nobody care about me. And then when you get to the prison, then you start thinking, man, like, yo, I'm here for 50 years, man. I'm here for 50 years, man. I'm 20 years old. I'll be getting out at 70. That is if I get out. And then after 50 years, you're trying to get out, and then the prosecutors, you are making them so much good money, a law coming, like anybody 70s, they're giving the prison extra money, and then they put something on your record. They say, hey, we just find out that this woman was raped and it matched your DNA. You're there for another 50 years. They do this all the time to our people, man. I ain't gonna take the rap for no Negro, man. A Negro, you call me, hey man, Big Levi, can I get a ride there to Walmart, man, to pick up some food for my family and stuff? Oh, no problem, man. And then when I'm driving, you say, slow down right here, man. Let me talk to this Negro. Let me ask him for my money. You go to ask this guy for your money, and discussion and dispute and stuff. You shot the guy, and then you get in my car, and then I don't know what happened. I run. The police come who says that you did it. This guy did it. I drop him over there. He was trying to get some stuff. Or Big Levi, you're a snitch. You goddamn right, I'm a snitch. You deal with your hish, man. Yeah, he did. He was in my car. I dropped him over there. He got into discussion. He pulled the gun and shot the guy. You go deal with your stuff, man. A lot of people do stuff out there, and then they're like, oh, well, you don't say anything, man. You don't say anything. And then when you get arrested, you're under pressure. Spend your life in jail or let this guy or lose your street credits. Nonsense, man. I'm watching those guys, brothers. Young kids, man. They killed this dude because of a cab fare, man. You're going to spend 25 years in prison for like $12 or $20, man, because they were in a crowd. And the guy that they got, for what I'm understanding, he had the money with him. He had the money. He's just like, want to be tough. There was a girl over. Lord forbid, there was one woman there. Lord forbid, man. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it, man. And one thing is, our generation, the young folks out there, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear, oh, I'm telling you. They're like, oh man, I need that street credit. Street credit. The only person that have true street credits, they call them homeless. You truly want to live in the street? Be a homeless. The homeless have like degrees. They got all the street credit in the street. And then go out there and find a homeless. Say, how is it living in the street? I don't need no street credit from any Negro, man. He has street credit. He didn't. No, if you ain't gonna give me any credit on my credit score, bump me to 800, 700. I don't need this credit, son. And what the hell can you buy in the street with street credit? Yeah, to all young people out there, you gotta when you see a Negro or talking stupid, you next to this dude, he's talking stupid, like he can kill somebody effing with him, you're gonna take his gun and stuff, and like you evade this person, you avoid this person like the plague. You leave ASAP, man. If you truly want if you want any credit, gangster, get into the army. Go serve in the military. Go anywhere, wherever you are. Go serve in any army. You see what they're calling. You think it's easy to point a gun, to break into something, pointing the gun at another human being and kill this human being and with peace in your mind? And then when you come back home and people are calling you a hero and you know you did something a hero wouldn't do. You go do that, you'll see what's going to happen to you. Go in the military and show how much macho man that you are. Be a boxer. Get into a ring with another boxer. You don't need street credit, man. A bunch of dumbass Negro, man. They effed up their life, okay? They effed up their life. They are narcissists. They never want to take any responsibility. Whatever happened, they quickly blame it on another Negro. They quickly blame it on another Negro, and then this Negro and they want some street credit to say, yo, what's up, man? And what's up, man? And stuff. Yo, man, come on, man. We passed, brothers, we passed this thing. Street credit for what, Negro? Big Levi, you did this crime, they're gonna throw me in jail for it. I'll say you do it. Hey, man, hey, no hard feeling, dude. What's up with you? Okay, you pick up this fellow, a cousin of yours. He said, drop me to the corner store. I'm going to go get a drink. I'm going to go get some stuff, a diaper for my kids. You go over there, you shoot the cashier, you kill him, you get in the car with a bunch of money, and then you tell me to drive. Come to find out you commit this murder. And then now, when the police come, they run my tag. They find out that I was the driver. And then they know I didn't commit the crime. They say, who did it? And I'm like, gang, nigga, I ain't gonna tell a hish, nigga. I ain't gonna tell a hish. Well, then you get life in prison, then. You get life in prison, man. Street credit can't do anything. They can't pay your rent. They can't buy you food. They can't do anything. Your name you just know. For instance, your name is just known. There's this fellow, Gia Lee, I believe, in New York. Gia Lee, I believe his name was. You probably heard of him. He was in New York. He got into an argument with his sister's husband, sister's boyfriend, and the sister boyfriend or relative of his family. He said, "Hey man, hey, suck my dick." And he said, "What, nigga? What you say, suck me?" And then put his gun in, kill the guy because of a word. And he fled. And then he got arrested. He spent a very long time in prison. And then when it come out, he said, man, I went in there. I think I got one word. He said he spent like 20-something years because somebody tell him one word. You see, when you get into an argument, people will say all sort of things. That's why I don't get into an argument with people. People make videos and calling me out, calling my name, calling me dirty. I come from a dirty country. All Haitians are dirty. They have AIDS. They practice voodoo. They will go to, I don't get involved with this. I let you talk because there are people taking notes. There are witnesses. There are spirits. There are things. There's a reason why they tell you, watch your mouth. People are accusing you crime you didn't commit. You're breaking the commitment all over, right? So because you have a little YouTube channel, that mean you are, I don't know, you are some kind of person that the Most High bow down before. I let you talk, man. Not only your word register on the internet, register on people's ear, and above all, register through the ley line. That will be a judgment. You will stand, and certain things you will say. They will play it right in front of you. I can be emotional, brothers, and do horrible things because somebody says something. But after that, brothers, and you sit down, you're thinking, man. You say, yo, I took this guy life because he said I'm fat. You sit down, you think, man, you're like, yo, I could have walked away. I knew this guy was a demon, but why did I went in there and lay in bed with him? See, a lot of Negroes out there, they've been in prison, they've been in jail, and then when they got out, and they think that's what it is. When you've been in an institution for correction, you get in there, you got out with the spirit, whether you like it or not. There's a spirit on you, and you need to exorcise this spirit. This spirit, brothers, is a heavy spirit, and you need to get it all off of you. Because what you're gonna do, you're going to think like because you serve this and that, you're tough. Hey man, I serve this, I'm tough. I don't give I can do this and stuff. And then any little argument you get with people, you bring your street credit. I did it and I can do it again. That's the spirit talking. It ain't no joke, brethren. It ain't no joke when you go in prison for at least for like a year or two, man. You need to get these things off of you, man. Get your parsley, get your cinnamon, get these things off of you. Oh, today's Saturday. Of course, I don't have to go anywhere. Do I have to? What time is it? Oh, 1:36. I don't need to go. Do I have to? I do? No, I don't. I don't need to go anywhere. No, no. Okay. So, beloved, all I'm trying to tell our brothers and sisters out there, man, hey, we have to be careful, man. If you're in this lifestyle, if you're in this level of vibration, there are certain things you need to move away from them, man. Don't get involved with this. I tell our people to don't get involved in any argument at all. I'm not telling our people to be coward and always run and stuff. A Negro is running his mouth. A B word is running her mouth. You let them run their mouth. But if this person come against your loin, put this person in the ground. Don't let, if that person come at you trying to take your life, you do what you must to survive. Because a two-third of demons don't care about their life at all. That's why they come after you, because they care about yours. Don't be no punk. You ain't no punk. You just don't get involved with petty back and forth with people and stuff. People are arguing, saying stuff, making themselves look tough. I serve this, I serve that. I can kill you. I can have people kill you. Okay, go ahead, do this. People threaten our life as if they give life because, they felt certain way. They felt like I can do whatever I want. I did this before. I can always do it. Did you know whatever that you did in the past that involving taking another human life, it will never leave you? It won't. If you unrighteously, wickedly take another person's life, it will follow you until you go to the ground. And then the next life. And then the next life. and then the next life. That's all I have to say, man. People get into argument, you got out of it, it's just stuff. There are rules out there, brothers. There are rules. Now that you're in this life, there are certain things you don't say. There are certain places you don't lie down. There are certain people you definitely don't lie down with, man. Some of you were doing pretty well until you lie down with this person. You cut something from that person and you can't get rid of it. And I'm not talking about STI, STD, man. If you can cut STI, STD, sexually transmitted disease from anyone, then you can call a sexually transmitted spiritual disease. You can cut those things. Just like you can get rid of certain STI, there are certain spirit, once you cut it from that person, you can get rid of it, man. Some of you have been married to this person for years, and then you divorce, you think everything gonna be right. No, the spirit is still there. You have to exorcise the spirit out of your life, man. Now that you have those knowledge, be very careful, man. Very careful who you lying with, who you hang out with, who you drinking with, who you eat with, or leaving your drink unattended, you leaving your food unattended, uncovered. Or one thing that I forgot to say, for those of you parents out there, you got kids never behave, of course. If you're eating or you're in the midst of cooking, or you're making some food and the kids are doing some stuff and then they get on your nerve and then you left your food, you go out there, you beat them, don't do that. Don't do that anymore. Well, if you used to do this, don't. If you never did anything like that, don't you never, while you're eating, you left eating your food, you go beat your kids. This is a horrible thing. So I'm not gonna say why, because some people are evil out there. Okay, there are certain things we don't say why you shouldn't, because people will do it because they want to hurt their kids. Okay, they want to hurt certain things. One of the main reason why you were watching the news a couple of months ago. A guy, he used to be one of those fitness fellows. Okay, he had two little children in his house. Okay, and then a little girl and a little boy, and something happened, and then he ended up he cut off their heads. He beat them to death and cut off their heads. Now parents are wondering what is it, what could possibly those kids done for you to do something like that? Little boy and little girl, they were like under 10 years old. You know why? Because there are certain things when you do it, certain spirit jump on you. They literally 100% take over your body, and then they will come after those kids, and then they will take those kids' life. It is now when I'm studying certain things, I understand a lot of parents are killing their kids because they are doing a lot of things they weren't supposed to do. Things, minor things, like minor things. Okay, they just did it, and then the spirit jump on them because they did this thing. You give access. There are certain things that you do, you give access to certain spirits to come in you. They will come. Yeah, that was a Pimdale, California. Horrible things, man. Okay, and that's how we told all people, if you're eating your food, okay, all right, and then the kids are doing something, you don't leave the food, and then you go ahead, you beat the kids, and then you come back eating. There are certain things that you do. Okay, you give unauthorized access, because this food, everything that you're eating, drinking, doing, have a spirit. Once you you left it, you go perform something in anger, something get in this food. And then when you eat it, and then you don't eat it with peace, you eat it with certain anger. For instance, have you ever had some good food you're going to enjoy and eat, and then you always get interrupted? Is either somebody knocking the door, your phone and stuff, you don't enjoy the food, man. You're like, I get it, man. Or certain food you feel like, man, I gotta eat this. I gotta eat this food on my bed. I gotta go home and eat this food and stuff. But you eat that food staying up or somewhere. You don't feel like you don't. It's not the same, man. It's the same thing, man. Yeah, when you are doing something, you so focused on doing, and then things keep happening and interrupt you and stuff. You're like, you know what, whatever, man. You eat the food, you eat it, but you don't enjoy the food. It fills you up, but you don't feel satisfied. When you literally sit there, you enjoy this food. You, of course, brothers. I don't need to tell people this. Don't eat in your bathroom. I mean, come on, man. And I've seen people do this. Come, you don't do this. It's a bathroom. You don't do that. You don't eat in the bathroom. You can eat literally anywhere, but you don't eat in your own bathroom. Come on, you don't do this. Yeah, I see people do that, man. I watch videos on YouTube. People literally do this. Challenge eating in the bathroom. My bathroom is so clean, I can eat on it. I can eat in it. You don't do this. Don't do challenge like that, brothers. Even the bathroom is like the brand new bathroom, renovated, but you don't eat in there. Nobody ever take a deuce in there. It's brand new built. No. And then you go in there, you do some challenge, you eat in there, and then come to find out the construction workers that were working and we're building this house use the bathroom all the time. There's a spirit there. Yeah, there are challenges. Forgive me, man. Forgive me. There are challenges eating in bathroom or eating somewhere and it's all sort of food or eating next to person that taking a deuce. It's just crazy. Don't do those things. All right. Yeah, man. Okay, for you women out there, there are certain things you don't do. For instance, the same broom that you sweep your house, you don't sweep the outside out with it. The same broom that is outside, you don't bring it inside your home, you sweep your home with it. There's a broom for inside, a mop for inside, a broom for outside, and mop for outside. Each of them has their own respective duties. Okay, now that you're in this life, you understand. Like, I'm not telling all people to be freaking paranoid, man. I'm not telling all people to be paranoid. I'm telling all people to be very careful. There are certain things you don't do anymore. Okay, you do your thing. Okay. All right. Yeah, you don't use. There are certain things that are certain stuff are meant for outside only. Certain things are meant for inside only. Yeah, they have. You see, those things were supposed to be taught to you in your schools. They were supposed to be taught to you by the elders, but school won't teach that, and the youth don't listen to the elders. Everything is superstitious. Everything, just like you don't give a person your phone, your email address with the code, with the passcode, your bank account information, your social security, your question, your secret question, and all. Just like you don't do those things, you don't give it out there, because what will happen is somebody get all your information, man. A good friend probably will not do anything to you. A good person will come and say, "Yo, you give me your phone, and then the password is written on the back, your food stamp, the code, your card, the code. You come on." And you're like, "Oh man, I forgot. I just left this here. I'm so sorry. I lost that," and things. Some of you lost your wallet. Some of you lost your purse, and everything was in there. Recently, we have a brother lost his wallet. Brothers, it went to. We were doing something for the nation. It was a surprise. We ended up spending 10 times, brother. Everything is tapped out because the brother lost his wallet. And he quickly canceled everything and stuff. It's the same thing too, brothers. There are certain things spiritually you don't do out there because you give the access. You just leave it out there, and then spirit are passing by. And once they see those things, brothers, okay, all right, they will use it. They will hurt you. Yeah, brothers, let's be real out there, man. Some of you probably walk somewhere, you see a wallet, you pick it up, there's money in there, you will take it. You will leave the wallet. Some of you will call, you will say, "Hey, you lost your wallet," and stuff. But some people, brothers, they will take this wallet, they will take the money, they will take the credit card, they will do all sort of things and ruin that person's life. I lost my wallet once with somewhere around like $200 or $300. I found it. The money was missing, but I found the 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 stuff and things like that. I think I lost it either at the mall. I went to the lost and found. I found it. I give the most all praises and glory, man. And I had very important things in there. That's what you do. Don't lose your spiritual wallet, man. Don't throw it out there like that. There are things that, of course, we told you if you wish to do them, we told you not to do. There's a reason, and there are things that you must do if you have a home. Yeah, some blessing you find on the ground, you find it. It's a blessing. One day I'll find $100 once on the ground. I'm like, well, all praises to the Most High. Blessing. Lost and found. I found it. Wherever lost it, lost it. That person should have been very careful. Now it's your turn. You gotta be very careful. Certain things you don't give unauthorized access to. Because if you do, you will give access to certain people to come in you. For instance, the women out there. Well, I'm gonna say this. This is gonna sound wrong, but it is. As a woman, as a female, you're going through certain things every month that's called regeneration. You are like the moon. At least once a month, the moon go in front of the sun and recharge. They call it the new moon. And after that, it left. After the cycle returned back again, gaining its light into the moon and left it then and do this. Things like that happen to you. You have a cycle. There are so many. Did you know one woman, if the knowledge that I'm reading, one woman with her cycle can literally destroy an entire city, can not make, she can make the city uninhabitable. People cannot live there. With her cycle, she can do this. From what I'm doing, reading and questioning, they say, yeah, well, yeah, it happened. Remember that story in the Bible and so on? Like, yeah, it was a woman that did this. Oh, I will keep this to save every man out there and save my ass also. I'll keep this on the sisters. When you are a woman, for instance, in the 1800, our mothers, they were there's a name for this thing. They were made. They used to go around. There's a proper name. They used to go around to white families, white people house, knock on the door and ask them if they can cook, if they need the house to be clean, if they need clothes to be washed because they didn't have washing machine back then. And they will pay our women like $1.25. They will do the whole work. Okay, just like when the men used to go ahead and knock on the door and ask if you need the lawn to be mown, woods to be chopped, yeah, we'll say housekeeping or housekeeper and stuff like that, maids and stuff. But what I'm gonna say here, there's a proper name for it. A person that is well, I would say laundry service. Yes, laundry services. As a woman, you should never wash another woman underwear that has been in a cycle. You don't literally wash it with your hands. A woman out there, you don't pick up. Well, so some of you, your mom told you don't pick up another unknown woman underwear after a cycle. You wash it with your bare hand. You don't do that. Okay, I don't know if things like that still happen, but you don't. I believe the movie The Help. Okay, you don't do this. Washing machine, you can put anything in there because it's a machine. It's a washing machine. But you don't do this. I'm not gonna tell you the reason why. Some of you, okay, that's it's nasty and stuff. Daughters or your no, it's your daughter. The daughter come from you. I'm talking about another woman, another strange woman you don't know. It's just you stranger you go to the houses. No, daughters and offspring siblings, those are blood connected to you. Blood for blood, that's the whatever spirit it cannot come because it recognizes you. That's your daughter, that's your child. It won't have any effect. But to go on someone else, okay, and stuff like that, things, certain things. You don't do this. You probably have a cleaning business and you taking care of a patient or someone, she has cancer and stuff, she could not do this, and you love this person so much, you do that. You don't do this. This is horrible. A lot of the stuff that the Gentiles taught us or we learned from them, they are wrong. A lot of those stuff that we need to stop doing. And at this time, I'm going to get with the women. And one thing that I really don't like talking about those things unless people ask. But when it comes to a woman, you have to understand there are certain things that you do differently, certain things that are unique unto you. There are certain stuff that a woman are more likely to quickly absorb things than men. Men by men by nature, things bounce off of them. What women absorb things because not nature, naturally speaking, they are what you're calling a spiritual black hole, and they have a literal black hole, and women absorb much more quicker than men. So yeah, you women are receivers. So the Gentiles, they change your nature. There are certain things a woman should never involve with, never getting involved with, because once you do this, you destroy your natural feminine nature. You destroy it, and if you destroy it, it will never be able to come back and stuff. As a woman, there are certain things that you don't do. You don't get involved outside your family. For instance, if you are a woman, you live in a house with another woman, you live in a halfway house, you never ever wear that other woman underwear. No matter how clean it is, if you another woman you don't know, you just live in the house, she live in the house with you. And I'm pretty sure all women know this, okay? You don't do this. You don't wear people clothes. You don't, even the person is the best person and stuff. You don't do those things. It happened. It happened. That is a strict no no. Now, let me clarify something. When you go out, you bought something with cash, there's a covenant that is made. Whatever spirit that is in this, leave. When you picked up something, when you buy everything, brothers have a spirit in it. It happened, brothers. It happened. We have people that are living in halfway houses, and then they're going on out a date, and they don't have certain clothes. I'm saying underwear, but they're going to certain things, and then they wear the clothes of this person and stuff like that, and to stuff like that and things. No, I'm not talking about the stuff that are going to Africa and none of those things. No, there are covenant, there are rules with money and stuff. I'm talking about like you bow. You don't, when you go to the store, you don't bow clothes. You buy it. The money, the covenant that make with the money, it's whether the clothes is new or no or old, it cut off that. All you need is do the hygiene stuff and wash it. Borrow is not as same as buy. When you buy something, we did not borrow the land. We bought the land with the blood and sweat of our ancestors. The Gentiles borrowed the land from us. Now they're gonna have to give it back. There is purchase, there is borrow. You don't lend personal stuff to people. If you're going to sell something, you sell it. Stolen to. You don't stole. If you stole, that's not the same covenant as buying. Buy, you pay. Hey, I pay, man. I pay. The law required me to pay. You pay. But if you stole somebody else's land or clothes or something personal, it's gonna be an issue. It's gonna be a very bad issue there. Okay. Now, the men's the same thing, but mostly the women. The men, for instance, you don't wear other men clothes, but some men they just wear shoes and stuff. It won't affect them the same as the affected women. But I will never tell another man to go buy stuff. You can buy it from your friend. You know, he's selling this, he's selling this clothes. You buy it, nothing won't happen because you buy it. Okay, things will buy it. Some of you there, let me explain something to you. A couple of months ago, we had a core cleansing. Some of you throw your clothes away. Some of you bury your clothes. That means you trap the energy in these clothes and these dark clothes. You throw it away and stuff. Now, these energies in these clothes, okay? Now, if somebody saw you throw these clothes away, and then that person went after that, take this clothes out of the back or whatever, the place, unearth it and put it on it, this person will get this energy because that was a ritual that was performed and trap the energy and this clothes. There are certain things you don't do with other people. Now that you know those things, please, beloved, stop doing this. Stop getting third party involved in something that is private, something that you should be doing in private concerning that person. You have another party involved, you're going to cut a lot of energy. You're going to cut a lot of things with a third party involved. Whether this third party were human or animal, don't get involved with this. Don't get involved with groupism. A group of people there, and then you're involved in these whole things, brothers, you're bound to cut something. You may not cut it physically, but spiritually, brothers, you're going to live with something here. Some of our people, they love going to these type of parties, and then they wonder why their life is like that. Well, you went to that party. Remember a few years ago, or a couple years ago, or a long time ago, you went to a party, and then everybody was involved, and you're involved with that. You cut something. It's transfer. She transferred to him, he transferred to her, she transferred to you. There are certain things you don't invert. Yeah, just be a private dancer, man. It has to be private, man. I don't want to get too deep, brothers. You don't get involved with that, man. And one thing too, in the book of the pillar of fire, okay, there was a law we had back then. And this law was specifically for the women, okay? You never, ever talk behind another friend's back. You never said even this person did those bad things. When you're in the midst of your friend, you never talk, but you don't gossip. Right now, gossip is cool. We have people with channel that gossiping about something they don't know. Something happened in Hollywood. They were never there. They don't know anything. They just saying stuff. Oh, R. Kelly's this, R. Kelly's that, because they heard some stories and stuff. You don't do those things. Once you do those things, especially I'm talking about the women. Men do gossip, but you know what type of men that do this, okay? You don't ever talk bad about people behind their backs, especially a woman, because the women have a very specific spirit that walk with her. You don't do this. When you heard something, for instance, Michael Jackson had a room, children, and all that, you don't repeat this. You weren't there. You don't know that. Exactly. Thank you, brother, child of the light. Look at what's happening to Wendy Williams. Look what happened to Wendy Williams. She was literally the embodiment of gossip. You see, those things, certain things you say that's not true. You're looking for clout, you're looking for views and subscribers. You will make things up that are not true. You bad mouth that person, you render that person life into something that it wasn't true at all. Those things are gonna come back to you, man, and they're gonna come back to your children. Do you know a gossip causes people to die? Let me tell you earlier. I will hang on before. What time is it right now? What the hell? Okay, 2:04. Is everybody all right? Can we should we move in? Should we stop or should we move in? I don't want to hold the people for a 3-hour video. What the hell? Should we keep on moving, brothers? Anybody want to use the bathroom while they are watching this? All right, let me see. It's the people have spoken. All right, keep on going. Let's keep on going. Gossip is a very bad thing. Gossip has a very wicked spirit on it. Now, let me tell you a story. Before I tell the story, Heavenly Father, forgive me. I'm just doing a research. I don't know if this is true, but I'm doing a research that based on what I found, what I read, and then based on if it isn't true, forgive your holy servant, because this is what happened. Now, there was a video a couple of months ago that happened over there in New York. Some of you will remember, some of you may remember it. There was a young woman that stand in the street. It was during nighttime, and she was talking with a couple other friends, couple other people. But there was a couple folks out there and stuff. There was a white Porsche Cayenne that pulled over. Another woman came out of this car and walk up to this woman. It didn't say anything and pull up a gun, put it in her head, pull the trigger, kill her. She fell on the floor and she shot her a couple of times or once more. And she calmly walked to her car and left. Some of you remember that. And she fled to Florida. Okay, so they arrested her. Okay. So till now, no one really know what happened. I don't know. Anybody know what happened? Before I go any further, anybody know what happened? Anybody know what she did? What the woman that, did? Yes, they knew each other, but why would a friend, brother, a friend that you knew, you hang out with that friend? That's why we told our people to be very careful, especially with 2/3. If you have a friend, she's very emotional. She get angry all the time. She fighting her. She fighting him. She cut this person. Cut this person. When I was doing my research, and I find out that one of the videos, somebody that knew her, and she said that's boyfriend, girlfriend, brothers. This is something happened. Apparently, there's this little group of women say this and say that, they gossip and stuff. Based on what this person typed, this person say, well, that's what happened to you. B word. When you were doing it to people, it was good now until it happened to you. Come to find out what the other person said in the text and the comment plus other replies, and then the conversation was going. She used to set up people. She used to set up men, other men. That's gossiping right there. She used to set up men. And gossip went around. The other girl that took her down, her old man that took her down, and gossip went around. They said she did it. She set him up. And she didn't want no proof, no nothing, because they used to gossip. They used to set up. She like 100% she did it. And she took him down. She took her down. Because someone said so. Because someone gossiping. That's what happened. They were good friend. The whole Facebook nonsense and social media. Social media, people are like, oh, social media make things bring. No, social media actually brought it to you. Social media show you what was hidden in the background and brought it right to your face. You show you what truly inside people. Anybody that go on social media and do stuff and things like that, that's what it is. Because they were in a little gossip group setting up men. Okay, they were setting up people and do this and do that. Her old man got set up, and one of her friends say, I think your friend, or I know, girl, she did it, because that's what you guys been doing. She took that woman down. There are certain things, especially if you're a woman, you don't get involved. Because when you are a woman, you don't think just like a man. It's not like you're inferior or things like that, especially if you're involved in a dispute with another woman. You will not think like a man. That is why there was a law that put in the midst of the woman, zero gossip. You don't talk about a woman's life behind this woman's back. You will be shamed. The whole town will shame you. It was a law. Because that's what all Gentiles does. They gossip. You take a group of Gentiles, put them together, put something under their table, a recorder, or go listen. It will be all about gossip about black folk. That's all. There was a show, a TV show. I forgot somebody if you know the name of it. They took a bunch of white folks, they put them in a house, and then they tell them to act naturally. I think they had some kind of like show going on. And then there was this woman, and she was talking with a dude. And the dude was there. The camera was warning, brothers. She knew the camera was warning. And the dude, listening to her that was talking, and she said, well, I don't have to do this because I'm on she says something, she used a word to make it known that she's living on welfare. Big brother, is that what that is? I think it was big brother. She says something, she living on welfare, but she called it something. She called it N-word. N-word, that she used a word to our people. And the dude was like, what? And the dude was like, what is this she saying? And the guy, like, you live on what? She said, yeah, I live on welfare. She called it something black people something. Somebody could remember. Gossip thing, giving fasting and all that, tired and hungry. She said, oh, I'm using queen, what they call, there's a name for this thing, welfare queen. She said, I'm using some kind of there is a name for it. She said, I'm using this and stuff. And the dude was like, I'm sorry, what? She said, yeah, I don't pay rent and stuff. I'm living on welfare, but she called it N-word this. The dude said, N-word that. He said, yes, welfare. The guy said, oh, welfare. Oh, okay. And then she go all, it's not welfare queen, but there's a way they refer it. It's like they say Negro substitute, not Section 8. It was in the news though, back then. And when they stopped the show, they questioned her and stuff, and the whole thing become gossip about us. There is another video, and somebody in the comment, that was when the opioid crisis was all over. A guy said he used to be, he was learning to be a truck driver, so he had the trucker, the trainer was a white guy, and the white guy go the entire training talking about how black folks or 12% of the population, 13%, they commit all the crime, how they are poor, how they are stupid, how they are how they are this, something like that, professional government recipient, something. She used all people. So the guy, he talk about, he spent all his entire life, he talk about his disdain and hatred for black folks. I believe welfare recipient, yes, that's why he says something like that. Another guy, a cop, is an ex-cop. He said, you don't want to go to a police bar only. You would have thought it would be like police stuff that are talking about. When you go to a police bar, you're a cop, you're like, yo, I'm going to this cop bar, and then just chill. They're talking about police shit, stuff like that. Nope. He said he went to those police bar. Brother, I believe the beloved sister Lisa Cabrera did a story about that. All those people are talking about is black. It's our people. We can't get out of our. It's always gossip about it because that's what they do. And we picked up on those things because what Gentiles does, they are the one that they promote and they sponsor Wendy Williams, Oprah, and all those buffooneries out there. And our people see, wait, if Oprah can make this, Wendy Williams can make this, that scumbag on YouTube can make that, I can make it too. And then they make everything about gossip. Yes, those people think we live in their mind rent free. Whatever remember, there was something, oh boy, Big Liver, I don't like to go there, but I'm gonna go there. There was Mel Gibson, right? Anybody who you probably remember this incident. Mel Gibson get into an argument with his wife or his daughter. And then the argument get heated. And he told the wife or the girlfriend or the daughter, say, I will see what you're gonna do when a pack of Negro, when a pack of wolf, like wild wolf Negro, except he did not say Negro. I forgot the word that he said. He said, when a pack of Negro gang up on you and lay down their third leg in the midst of you. He literally said this. He said, I hope you get in the street and a and a pack of Negro get on you and do this thing. Brothers, it's a fantasy to them, brothers. I have I don't know, it was a video on YouTube. There's a racist white dude that are explaining how, you know, he said, I'm gonna tell the story, wink wink, how he know a dude that fantasized about black men and his other half. He said he would pay great money. Some of them do this, brother. They call that a bull. They're looking for a bull for a hot wife. Excuse me for the expression. They do this type of thing. It is, brothers, those people are cooking. It is us. They are arguing. It is us. They are baking. Oh, hell yeah, you better believe it. It is us. Every single thing they are doing, it's always about us. Gossiping. That's what they do, bro. I'm not making this up. You have certain men explaining how thrilled they felt. They want this. They say, I'm watching this thing. You know, sometimes I'm like, hey, I'm going too far into those research, man. I gotta back up because this is not healthy at all. That's what it's something they crave, and now some of our black men are caught up to these things. They want a third party to perform something they cannot perform. Like, why would you want a third? What is this? You can perform, yeah, but it's more excited to see another third fellow coming over there, jumping on his pogo stick and do the whole deeds. But yeah, your pogo stick ain't got nothing wrong with it. You can do the job. No, again, I can, but it will be much more excited if another fellow come over there. Okay, what is this, brothers? I'm telling you, every single thing is gossip about our people. When those people are writing TV shows, You can feel it. The little awkward, khaki things about our people, black people, this, last, yeah, that's what it is. Brothers, it's something that is real. Here's one more thing. Doing my business when I was back in 2014, I must switch the story a little just to cover the identity. South Florida is known for the capital of rehabilitation. If you catch my drift, a lot of people go down there to rehabilitate their body, to rehab themselves. So, and I met all those people because I used to provide services to rehabilitation center, people dealing with certain substance issue and use and stuff, and then counseling and all that. That's I'm like, oh man, I'm an advisor. That's why I was so great at counseling. Okay, good. Now I met this couple that don't look like us. Very healthy couple, but and of course the men look. You don't want to say anything. Say, oh man, come on, look at you, but look at her. Come on, dude. How? I mean, when you walk around, those people refer to say, hey, you guys must come for the father and daughter son of the dance. Anyway, so I met this couple and they were telling this story. And in the story, you can feel like the expression I want to use. It's like when you are when you're in a pool, when you know how to swim, you're in a pool. This is probably gonna come out wrong. And there is that thing in there. The jumping board, is that what they call it? There's a name for this board. Somersault board. There's a board there, and people will come and then they jump on it and then they do the backflip and things like that. Well, and the pirates call diving board. Yeah, diving board. And then they had the diving board, or the pirates have the planking stuff. They will put you and onto the board. They will go and where there's a lot of sharks. They'll tie your hand and feet. They will blindfolded you, and then they will just stick you in the back, and then you will walk up the plank, and then you'll die. Walk the plank. In the story, you can feel like we are in a pool, but somebody's trying to impress you on those diving board, and that person's trying to do this. Hey, look at me, can you do this too? And then if you're like, well, I can't do this, that person was like, let me show you. But that's kind of like your private diving board. I don't want to get involved with this. A beautiful private, it's like, no, don't worry, she's into these things. yeah. Plus that's the word, get your attention. It's some people going to those diving. You're in this pool, you just chill in the pool, public pool, community pool, and you always have those scum that come to this diving board and do all sort of things. They want to cut you. Hey, look at me, without saying, hey, look at me. People are throwing things out there if you catch it. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh man, that would have been very bad, man, if something like that happened. I said, no, it happened all the time. Actually, it's pretty good. As long as she loved it, which she told me she do. Like, very say yes. Oh, so that's what I live in South Florida all my life. I never knew things like that going over there. So yeah, it's pretty good. And we love coming down there, especially when we get a new fellow that look just like you. Like, oh, all right, okay. So you want to go get a drink and stuff? We'll pay for dinner. Well, it's I gotta buy. There's my mother cook, and like I had a few food. So okay, but just in case if you need to go get something to eat, here's a good restaurant that I have. Well, thank you. And if you know anybody, so and stuff like that. So yeah, well, I mean, it's South Florida. I mean, the people are all over the place. My mind was blown. I could, hey, brother, it's not like friend and stuff. Those are the people that go in the church, stand in front of a pope, or a priest or pastors that bless both of them, and then they go to the courthouse, they sign, brothers. Do you know some of them, they have this thing, you have to bring the certificate of your whatever that you said you were with that other person. You bought the certificate to make sure this is actually legit. No, South Florida. Brothers, if you, I'm not, don't Google anything, but they really have some legal things like this. You go, you pay a monthly fee, and every time you come to this club, monthly fee, just like a country club, you pay a monthly fee and you go, stuff like that. And but yeah, you kind of like bind with this person and this legal contract. Say, yeah, that's what make it exciting. How is that you bind by this legal contract? How does that make it exciting? This is what people mind, brother. I'm not making this up. I would brothers, every single time I sit in the midst of those people, the conversation always come back to us. It always come back to us. It's just in the neighborhood, brothers, there's zero of all people there. All the barbecue, when you go to those people, those are other whites that are telling those stories on TikToks and YouTube. Some of you probably see the TikToks of the video of the woman. She went to that southern barbecue thing. All those people are talking is about us. You know why? Because there's a special spirit upon them. There is a spirit in gossip, especially the women. They did this. This man agreed to do this because the women agreed. So, because if he agreed, the women don't, it's gonna become rape. But the women agreed and stuff because there's a spirit that linger behind that. So we have to be very careful when somebody loves to gossip. My family member, I stay the hell away from them because they are professional gossipers. They love talking about people. They love knowing everything somebody did. They love talking bad mouthing our people. They love doing that. It's an obsession. They are very obsessed with us, brothers. And when I'm sitting there and doing my stuff, dabbling and searching and talking face to face, I'm like, but okay, why is it? Why is it so specific? Could it be anybody else? And no, it has to be specific. It has to be you. Because it seems like we are exotic for those people. If you want to commit the best murder, it has to be murdering one of our people. You want to commit the best fantasy, what a fantasy, it has to be good. If you want, even brothers, even the hunters, where do they go? They poach the animal. Where did Trump children went and kill this tiger? Where did those rich millionaires, they go? Because even though they could have gone in any other country, any other Asian country, they have to go where you, it's something in them. They have to go where you are majority. Thank you, Al Kabulon. I'll take Al Kabulon just to throw people off out there. In Africa. Which country has the most orphanage? Which places that have the most orphanage, brothers? It is always our people. And they always put, we are helping those little poor Haitian kids and poor African kids, poor black folks in the neighborhood and stuff. And it is. They're always there helping orphan, and stuff like that. That's what they do. That is why our women and our men, we should never involve in gossiping or listen to persons that are. If you go to a friend's house, the moment the conversation turning about her husband, that husband, boyfriend, or this person, just lift up, just get up and go. Find an excuse and go. Don't get involved with that. That means the moment this kicks in, know the spirit is here. Know the spirit is here. Say, oh, girl, I gotta go ahead and prepare something for the kids. I got a doctor appointment and stuff, and whatever. Something is waiting for me and stuff. I left the stove on and stuff like that. The oven and stuff. Leave. And be 100% sure the moment you left, the gossip gonna be about you. You think those people don't gossip about you? They do. Oh, that sister Zina, I cannot stand her. Like, oh, me too. Every time she come here, oh my god, it's so bad. I'm trying to be her friend because I don't like it. Do you know how she lives? You know what those gossip can literally destroy you. They will gossip behind your back. Yeah, they oh man, I can't stand her. Just like I don't want to say anything to her face because she's my friend and stuff, but God, she need a buttocks. God, she did this and stuff. It's a spirit, brothers. It's a spirit, and the moment it just yeah. Yeah. Did you see that dress she was dressing? That's like the 17th time she came here with this same dress and stuff. They will talk. They will talk. You leave. Don't get angry, brothers. That's what they do. Hey, you have to understand. That's what it is. That's what they do. Hey, those people. That's what they gossip. They will gossip about at work. In the salon. Is that what that is? The beauty supply, beauty shop or whatever, where they cut hair, barber shop, beauty salon. They'll gossip. You leave them. You don't get involved with them. Because there is a spirit. Now that you know there are certain things you should not be getting involved. If you're so involved with those things, quit it, leave it. They'll freaking gossip about you. They'll bring that spirit. Next thing you know, somebody make up something with their mind, and then they cause somebody to die. Okay, beloved? So, as today's Shabbatai, to the Shabbatites out there, I say this is your day. Do the best that you can do. I tell the nation to be vigilant. 21st day. Somebody, of course, remind me tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow to read Deuteronomy 28, verse 14. Okay, I leave you with peace. You go, you go in peace. Okay. After, of course, after the fasting, we will take a little break. At least I am, and then we will come back. I'm still fighting this thing. I have an expert working with me. Once I figured out how to make the whole thing in that Mac, I'll come back with you. Okay, brothers. All right. Yeah. So, beloved, you be at peace. I'll say fast, pray, repent, repeat. You are living a different life now, brethren. Be very careful. Certain things you don't do them anymore. Okay. Not everybody that asks really need. Some want to hurt. You don't give to everyone that asks. That's a Christian thing. Okay. Shalom. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever.